Welcome back to my channel here, and we're going to be talking about my book, The Linux Plus Certification Exam Guide. We're looking at a couple more questions number 15 and 16 out of the practice exam in chapter 1 of the book. And let's go ahead and get started here with question number 15. To insert a new kernel module into a Linux system that has no dependencies, which tool is best to use? And so we've got A, dmesg, B, modinfo, C, insmod, D, depmod. I'll let you think for a minute or just pause, and I'm going to go ahead and give the answer. And in this case, the tool we're going to look at is C, insmod, to insert the module. Now the answer is not dmesg, because what dmesg will do, we'll go ahead, I'm going to bring up my Linux system now, and this is my Debian style system. Dmesg will actually give you a list of your boot up messages. Let me type that in, hit enter, and let's become root. Or I could have done sudo dmesg. Not in the sudoers file. I also have to use SU. I always use the dash. That way it's going to read the profile of the root user as well and bring in the root profile. So it ends up working better. And we'll do dmesg. And dmesg, what that really is going to show you as the system's booting up and as it's detecting hardware. Let me do this again. I'll pipe this to more. As it's detecting hardware and it finds it, it'll go ahead and list it and give that hardware a name or a device driver to use. So I'm just piping this to more. We can see that it finds the memory, finds hard drives, finds network cards, and so on. Modinfo. And so the modinfo command will give you information about a module. Let's take a quick look at how this works. We'll go ahead. If we do a command called lsmod, that'll list the modules. I'll pipe this into more. That will list the modules used by the Linux kernel, and these modules get installed as needed. It helps to keep the kernel size smaller, only loading drivers that are necessary for the hardware you have installed. Like back in the old days, you might have 2 hard drives, you might have 4, and so the system was never sure, so it always load 4 extra modules, even though you only needed 2. So now with systems today, we only install what we need. Now if we want to get information about a specific module, let's say it's a sound module, we can use the modinfo command, and let's say that sound module's AC97 _ bus, and let's pipe that in more as well, or less. And we can see where the module is located, the full path name, .ko. Always take that to mean kernel object. Alright, so that's a module that will be loaded as in addition to the kernel. So that's modinfo, and then the depmod command will actually build what is called a modules.dependency file, so that every time a system boots, the dependencies of those kernel objects will be loaded first, so that the child module can load. So let's go back and take a quick look here. We'll do a clear here, and so that depmod command, let's do a man on it here. That's going to build the modules.dep file. That modules.dep file, which keeps the dependencies. Oh, by the way, I should show you with lsmod. When you do the lsmod command, it shows you the module and the other modules that use that. So this also shows you the dependencies. For examples, for this has to do, what I'm highlighting here has to do with IP tables. Like for the sound, the modules.dep file, we'll find that under, and again that gets built with depmod. This backtick uname -r will put in the proper kernel name for us. So it ends up this backtick uname minus R. What that does is when we normally type uname minus R, that gets replaced with this value here. So if you put the backticks around it, they call that command substitution. We could have also done that with, let me go back, we'll say CD. We could have also done that with parentheses and dollar signs. We could do, that would have worked as well. You see that commonly done because it's easier to see dollar sign parentheses. The backticks can be hard to see after a while with all the different symbology you use. If we take a look at our modules.dep file, and there's a lot of information in here, our modules.dependency. As the system boots up, it looks at this file. When we install a module, it wants to make sure the dependencies are also installed. So here are the different modules. These first few have no dependencies. The dependencies show after the colon. You can see that this one, this des utility, depends on crypto des generic, and so generic has to be there so that the module will load. And this file is pretty hefty. Just for giggles, we'll do word count minus L so we can get the number of lines, and it's about 3,500 lines. Ours was insmod to install a module. That was the answer. Let's take a quick example and take a quick peek at how this might work. If we'll do a listing of our modules again, we'll pipe this to less. And again, a couple items I didn't go over. Sorry. Also, we got the column of the size and how many modules use this module and which modules use it. So again, you see the dependencies and the dependents there. Let's find, I'm just going to do this one here, LP. So we'll do a Q to quit out of this, and I'll remove the module with rmmod. And so now we can see that the LP module is now gone. We'll quit out of this. And now if we want to insert that module back, LP is for the printers, line printer. Since I don't have a printer, it didn't really matter. But let's go ahead and insert a module. And to do that, we've got to go to where the modules are located. We'll change directory to /user/lib modules. And we'll do the backtick uname minus R backtick. Okay, that gets us there. We'll say find from the current directory named LP.star. We're going to look for that module, and it finds lp.ko. Those are our kernel objects. I could have just said find lp.ko, but sometimes on different systems the subscripts might be different. Like I think on Red Hat systems or CentOS it ends in .xz. Those are compressed modules. But anyway, I need to continue on to kernel drivers car. So I'll say cd kernel drivers car. There are several modules there, and I want to install this one with insmod. Hit enter. And we'll do an lsmod. And there it is, back installed and ready to be used again. And let's take a look at question number 16. Which of the following commands is used to find the domain's mail server? We've got the options dig, ping, traceroute, and route command. The best answer for this one, you can pause if you want to wait, but the best answer for this one would be A, dig. Ping, traceroute, and route would not be your answers. Let's take a quick look at, well, why don't we just take a quick look at dig first and show how this works. If we do, go back over here, quit out of this, get back to my home directory, do a clear, dig, jordanteam.com, mx to look at the mail server for jordanteam.com. So, and I don't have dig installed. So let's do app install. We could have also done apt-get install. After a little Google searching, I need to do apt install DNSutils. Install the packages that we need. Say Y for yes to install. It looks good. Now let's try this again. Dig Jordan Team MX. And so yes, this will find the mail server. And port 53 is the name server port that's used to help find the mail server. And our mail server is sitting at jordanteam.com. Now dig stands for Domain Information Groper. And you can use this to find mail servers, or you can even find the IP address that's being used for the website. So for the website jordanteam.com, it's using IP address 204.44. So dig does domain name resolution, much like nslookup. Again, we get the same IP address for where the website is located. So it does name to IP address resolution. Now let's look at our other options. Ping. If you have not used ping command before, that'll just give you that'll let you know if the network's up to get a certain that you can use to test the network. So if I say ping 192.168.1.1, and it shows me that that site 192.168.1.1 is up and running. I can do a Control-C to quit that. What are our other options here? Traceroute. Traceroute will show you the path that it takes to reach a domain. And so if I do traceroute, kind of get started, but on Linux systems, traceroute uses UDP by default, so you don't get much data. But if you do traceroute with the uppercase I, then it's going to use the ICMP protocol instead, and now we'll get some better results. And it's going to show you the route that it takes to reach that destination. Try this again. So you're seeing the path, other systems and routers that are used to finally get to the destination website. And this is our jordanteam.com IP address, as we found earlier with dig. And the route command is used to show you your gateway address. After doing a quick Google search, it says I need to do apt install net-tools to get the route command installed. Let's try this again. All right, route, there we go. I think it's because today we're really going to use a command called IP space route. The IP commands are definitely more recommended. The IP commands are not only written for IP version 4, like many of the other commands, like the older commands, but it's also written for IP version 6, understands IP version 6 very well. So learning the IP and the IP options is going to be definitely more important for your future career as a Linux administrator, but not so important for this exam. Route command, though, shows us our systems, and here we can see our default gateway, and you can tell which one that is because the G flag is set here. This is our gateway system. Our gateway system is a system to get to the internet. So we see it's called _gateway. What's the number of that system? So we can do route -n, and that'll show you that it's IP address 10.0.2.1. That's the name of my router that gets me to the internet. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you like what we're going through here and you want to get more details, just order our book from Amazon or Barnes & Noble. The Linux Plus Certification Guide for passing the XK0-004. You can also use this book to help you pass other exams like the LPIC, the GIAC. Oracle has an exam. Also, this book will help you for that one. So this is a great utility for pretty well any Linux exam out there, the Red Hat exams, and so on. And again, this is Ted Jordan. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope you're getting through this coronavirus situation fine. And we'll see you at the next video.